A beautiful day to you. Welcome to Impact News Hour on First Next News Port Harcourt. First, we bring you the headlines. Federal government order banks, fintechs to remit VAT on service fees. INEC publishes register of 1,680,315 voters in FCT area council election. Nigerian Communications Commission seeks stakeholder input on satellite direct-to-device connectivity. Bringing you the news this hour is Cassie Tony. Now the news in details. The President of the Senate, Akpabio, has disowned a Benue state-based support group for President Bola Tinubu Ahmed that has been attributing its formation and appointment of leaders to him. Akpabio, in a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Honorable SML Oyebo, says the group, which brand itself as Team Akpabio for Tinubu, is not known to him in any way. He specifically declared that the leader of the group, Honorable Yakuma, is not known by him, let alone appointing him as leader or coordinator of any group. According to the statement, the President of the Senate enjoys a cordial and respectful institutional relationship with the Executive Governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Alia, and harbors no personal or political dispute with him. The statement therefore urged the public and the media to disregard any statements or narrative that seek to associate the Senate President with claims, appointments, or grievances arising from private political groups. Moving on, the Minister of Defense, retired General Christopher Musa, has described serving officers and men of the armed forces as the finest representation of Nigeria and the nation's enduring shield. Musa stated this in Abuja at the Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day Regimental Dinner and Award Night. He urged them to continue to uphold discipline, loyalty, and respect for human rights, adding that failure was not an option in their quest to secure Nigeria. According to him, the diversity of Nigerians' armed forces remain a critical strength, while their unity of purpose is centered to safeguarding national sovereignty and stability. He commended the professionalism, courage, and resilience of troops operating across the country and in external missions, noting that the peace and security enjoyed by Nigerians were earned through their vigilance and sacrifice. Still in the news, the federal government has launched a steering committee and a policy drafting committee for the National Research to Commercialization Policy to convert research findings into tangible economic and social benefits. In inaugurating the panel, Dr. Alausa disclosed that a 3 billion naira operational budget has been earmarked for the Research, Innovation and Commercialization Committee. In the 2026 fiscal year, alongside plans to align existing research funding streams to promote synergy and deliver measurable outcomes. He explained that the initiative aims to reposition research and innovation as deliberate catalysts for economic growth and industrial competitiveness. Dr. Alausa noted that although Nigeria had made significant investment in research across universities, research institutes, and specialized agencies, the conversion of research into marketable products and services has remained limited and disjointed. He stated that the National Research to Commercialization Policy was designed to bridge the divide between knowledge creation and value delivery. According to him, it will be achieved through the introduction of clear, well-structured, and nationally applicable frameworks to convert research into commercial industrial, and social benefits. In another report, Nigeria and the Netherlands have strengthened their strategic partnership with focus on trade, security, and sustainable development, following high-level talks in Abuja. A statement by spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimiabi Ebiefa, says key areas of focus include trade and investment, energy transition, agriculture, water management, youth empowerment, maritime security in the Gulf of Guinea, and counter-terrorism. The discussion focused on ways to deepen bilateral cooperation and address shared regional and global challenges, which formed core of the deliberation when the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Umar Ahmed, met with the Netherlands SAL Convoy, Mr. Robert Simame, on Tuesday in Abuja. The spokesperson said the meeting concluded with a renewed commitment to sustain dialogue and expanded cooperation, supporting regional stability, economic diversification, and a rule-based international order. Away from that story, the federal government had directed all banks and fintechs to collect and remit 7.5% value-added tax on certain electronic banking services, active on Monday, January 19, 2026, according to an email notice issued by payment platforms. The VAT will apply to electronic banking charges, including mobile money transfer, USSD transaction fees, and card issuance fees, according to an email notice on Wednesday shared with customers by Morning Point. Other operators are expected to issue similar notice to their customers in the coming days. Services that will remain exempt include interest earned on deposits and savings, meaning customers will not pay tax on the return for their accounts. The NRS, formerly known as the Federal Inland Revenue Service, has set the deadline to ensure that all commercial banks, microfinance banks, and electronic money operators comply with the collection and remittance requirements. Moving on, the Nigerian Communications Commission has opened a 6-week public consultation on the potential introduction of satellite direct-to-device connectivity in Nigeria, highlighting a possible shift in how mobile services are delivered beyond traditional terrestrial networks. The move comes as rapid advances in satellite and non-terrestrial network technologies make it possible for mobile devices to connect directly to satellites, a development the Commission says could reshape coverage, resilience, and digital inclusion. In a public notice cited by Vanguard, Executive Vice Chairman of NCC, Dr. Aminu Maida, said the D2D connectivity could complement existing mobile networks by extending services to unserved and underserved areas, providing backup connectivity during outage, and strengthening emergencies communication nationwide. The Commission noted that the consideration of satellite D2D connectivity is formed by evidence from its 2024 cluster gap study, which identified 87 connectivity clusters affecting about 23.37 million people, as well as ongoing international discussion ahead of the World Radio Communication Conference in 2027. He explained that emerging D2D services are developing along two broad tracks, one involving bespoke devices using mobile satellite service, spectrum, and other enabling unmodified mobile phones to connect directly to satellite using spectrum traditionally allocated to terrestrial mobile networks. Still in the news, ahead of the February 21st, 2026 Federal Capital Territory Area Council election, The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has published and presented the revised register of voters with a total number of 1,680,315 registered voters. The presentation took place in Abuja during a stakeholders meeting with political parties, where the resident electoral commissioner for the FCT, Malam Aminu Idris, described the exercise as a critical constitutional requirement in the commission preparation for the election. He recalled that INEC resumed the nationwide CVR exercise on August 18, 2025, beginning with online pre-registration and followed by physical registration nationwide from September 29, 2025. Idris explained that, in compliance with Section 9, Subsection 6 of the Electoral Act 2022, the CVR was suspended in the FCT on October 12, 2025, to allow the Commission revise the register of voters for the area council election. He noted that the revised register now superseded all previous registers. In another report, the Nigerian Immigration Service has rolled out a new update to its passport tracking system to help applicants monitor the status of their passport more effectively. The service said the updates became necessary after discovering that hundreds of already produced passports remain uncollected, leading to a growing number of complaints from applicants. According to NIS, the new feature tagged Produce, Passport Produce Ready for Collection, now notifies applicants when their passports are ready for pickup. NIS stated that the upgrade is aimed at improving transparency, reducing delays, and keeping applicants better informed about their passport processing timelines. The service reaffirmed its commitment to delivering an efficient and user-friendly passport system in line with global best practices. Away from that, the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria (PCN) has urged foreign-trained pharmacy graduates to uphold high ethical standards and demonstrate strong leadership in the delivery of quality pharmaceutical services to support sustainable healthcare delivery in Nigeria. The registrar of the council, Ibrahim Ahmed, made the call during the induction ceremony of 175 participants of the Foreign Pharmacy Graduate Orientation Program in Abuja. He noted that rapid advances in science and growing patient safety concern requires pharmacists to continuously update their competencies and professional skills. Ahmed explained that the PCN is implementing the mandatory continuing professional development program, which he described as critical to professional practice and a key requirement for licensure. According to him, the initiative aligns with World Health Organization's resolutions for health professionals and directives issued by the Federal Ministry of Health at the Maiden National Health Summit in 1996. He said the MCPD program is designed to ensure the continued relevance of pharmacies within the healthcare team, with patient welfare as the central focus. Coming up next is Foreign and Sport. Do stay tuned. Thanks for staying tuned. Now to the rest of the news. On the foreign scene, as Madagascar has continued its political transition after the ouster of the previous government, it is strengthening cooperation with Russia. The Malagasy presidency says Moscow is supplying military equipment to the Indian Ocean nation and has sent a delegation to train armed forces in its use. The training will cover different types of equipment. Various military units based in the capital Antananarivo will take part. The presidency said it is willing to work with all countries, but said historically Madagascar has resourced its military equipment from Russia. The country has been in political transition since October, when a coup d'etat forced out then-President Andrei Rajoelina after weeks of youth-led protests over power and water shortage. Now on sports. The federal government says they are still proud of the performance of Super Eagles in spite of gallantly losing to Morocco on penalty in the 2025 African Cup of Nations. A statement by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, in Abuja thanked the Super Eagles for giving their all and representing the country with pride and dignity. The semi-final clash ended 4-2 in penalty shootout in favor of the host nation, Morocco. The match was played at Prince Abdallah Stadium in Rabat, which ended 0 after full time of 90 minutes and extra time of 30 minutes. Morocco will on Sunday play in the finals with the Tarega Lions of Senegal in Rabat, while Nigeria will on Saturday play Pharaohs of Egypt for the third place at the Mohammed V Stadium in Casablanca. And that's it on the news. Many thanks for watching. I am Cassie Tony. Bye for now.